Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is definitely someone who can reach impressive heights in his career because he works hard, plans everything carefully, and keeps his eyes on the goal. But there's a catch. You'll notice that when things get difficult or stressful, he sometimes shuts down or avoids sticking up for himself. So while he has the talent and drive, his habit of avoiding conflict might mean he doesn't always get the rewards he deserves.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to get very stressed and may pull away from others instead of facing the problem directly. You might see him being quiet or avoiding people, and he won't stand up for himself much. Big setbacks or conflicts can make him lose his motivation for a while.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work usually find him polite and easy to get along with because he avoids arguments and speaks kindly. He doesn't like conflict, so he rarely gets into fights or loud disagreements. However, since he isn't very warm or caring, some coworkers may think he's distant or hard to connect with.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he will be happy for you and show polite support, but he might not feel deep pride or get excited in a big way. He's not likely to feel jealous or insecure about your success because he's busy focusing on his own goals and responsibilities. He accepts your good news calmly and goes back to his routine. No drama or jealousy.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he won't secretly resent you or feel insecure. He's not the type to get jealous about money or compare himself too much to others. You might notice he's quiet about it, not overly happy or upset, just neutral.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money very carefully and watches his spending closely. He likes to plan, budget, and make sure every rupee is used wisely. If you give him responsibility for family finances, he will do his best to keep everything in order and avoid surprises.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives well within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He avoids showing off or spending just for attention and is careful to keep his life practical, and affordable. He's not interested in impressing others with expensive clothes or gadgets.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite tight with both money and his mindset. When it comes to spending, he is careful and rarely splurges, even on gifts or outings. He's always polite, but he keeps his feelings and wallet guarded.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's open and honest about money, never trying to control or keep secrets from you. You can expect him to talk plainly about finances, budgets, and future plans, so you aren't left guessing. While he may be careful with spending, he isn't sneaky or manipulative.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared, not just left to you alone. Since he likes things neat and organized, he's ready to pitch in and help around the house. He may even make lists or plans to make sure nothing is missed.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is someone who will actually help with chores and diapers, not just stand around and watch you work. He likes things to be done the right way and doesn't mind getting involved to make sure it happens. He won't leave all the work to you or just give instructions from the side.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He isn't the type to argue just to prove he's right. He usually avoids fights and prefers keeping things calm, even if he doesn't fully understand your side at first. He might go quiet when things get tense rather than pushing back or debating.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he usually stays respectful and doesn't say hurtful things or act aggressive. He tends to hold in his feelings and may go quiet or distance himself instead of shouting or being rude. If something upsets him, his way of coping is silence and withdrawal, not aggression.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry or overwhelmed quickly, especially when things don't go as planned. He can be sensitive to mistakes or problems and will often react by withdrawing or suddenly becoming silent. If you like open, steady communication, his quick stress and quiet anger might become exhausting for you.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility, but it might take him some time. When there's a mistake or a conflict, his first reaction is often to pull back and go quiet, not to blame you or make excuses. He doesn't like arguing or hurting others, so blaming isn't really his style.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He is polite by nature and avoids pushing people or crossing lines. You won't have to worry about him ignoring your wishes or making you feel unsafe.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He is not the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may feel a bit disappointed or go quiet, but he won't pressure you, get upset, or make you feel guilty about your choice. You may notice him becoming distant if he feels rejected, but he won't lash out or blame you.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and not use them to hurt or embarrass you later. He is polite and values respect, so he won't talk about your personal matters or use them against you in any way. He keeps sensitive issues private and doesn't enjoy gossip or drama.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is faithful and not easily distracted by other women. His main focus is on stability and routine, so he doesn't chase after excitement or get tempted easily. You won't have to worry about him hiding secret chats or wandering outside the relationship.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not over possessive. He doesn't act jealous, controlling, or suspicious toward you. His nature is more about respect and giving space rather than trying to control where you go or who you meet.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature is not a sign of a controlling personality. He isn't interested in bossing you around or making all the decisions. His style is gentle and respectful, giving you space instead of watching every move.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and want both of you to share responsibilities. He likes things organized and will probably help with routines, chores, and making sure the children's needs are met. He may make lists, plans, or take on certain jobs without waiting for you to ask.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper quickly. He finds mistakes and disorders stressful and may react by getting tense or suddenly raising his voice. Sometimes he might withdraw and go quiet, making the situation feel colder.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He believes in sharing family duties fairly and respects that you have your own life, interests, and career outside the home. You won't find him expecting you to give up your dreams or stay stuck in one role.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he isn't the kind of man who will support your career now only to ask you to quit after you have a child. He believes in fairness and shared responsibility and respects that you have your own ambitions. You can trust that his support for your career is sincere and steady, not just for show or temporary.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents politely but may not show real warmth or deep affection. His behavior will be respectful and proper, making sure to follow good manners and speak kindly. However, he might seem a bit distant and stick to formal greetings rather than building close emotional bonds with your family. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to get overwhelmed and stressed himself rather than handle it calmly. He might go quiet or withdraw from the situation, avoiding direct confrontation. You may end up managing the family issues yourself while he takes a step back.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to be modern and fair with you in private, but expect you to behave like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, he supports your independence and respects your choices, but when family or elders are around, he may want you to follow their customs, dress properly, or act according to their expectations. He believes in keeping peace and fitting in, so he won't push for change in front of others.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is most likely to stay out of it rather than take anyone's side. He doesn't enjoy arguments and prefers to keep things calm, so you might find him going quiet or avoiding getting involved, especially if relatives are around. He won't openly side with them against you, but he might not stand up for you either unless you ask directly.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't exactly a mummy's boy by the day, but he does find it hard to choose sides in a conflict with his mother. When faced with tension, he tends to step back and avoid getting involved rather than stand firmly with you or his mother. If you hope for a partner who always takes your side, you might feel disappointed.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he will not share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and prefers to keep personal matters between the two of you. This means you can trust him to protect your privacy and not bring outside opinions into your marriage.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man means living with someone who is hardworking, organized, and polite, but often quiet and reserved. Your days will feel stable with routines and plans ruling the home, and you'll rarely have to deal with chaos or surprises.